Trust the Profits gives back to the horses. Salutations and welcome, friends. My name is Matthew DeSantis, and you can find me on Twitter at the handle at Failed to Menace. This is a very special Trust the Profits video as we are getting ready for the Kentucky Derby. We all have Derby fever. Everybody's excited about this time of year. But we here at Trust the Profits wants to use this as an opportunity to give back to the industry and give back to the horses that we love so much. And to that vein, to give back to off-track thoroughbred charities in the days leading up to the Kentucky Derby. I'm thrilled that you're watching. And if you watch a little bit longer, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do here at Trust the Profits and what you can do along with us and where you can even win some things along the way. So I'm very excited. And I have to thank all the guys here at Trust the Profits and all the whole team, as well as a lot of people in the industry who are supporting me in doing this. But we are very excited to announce the second annual 20 for 20 campaign. This is meant to donate to off-track thoroughbred charities in honor of the horses running in the Kentucky Derby. Why 20 days and why $20? Well, the 20 is pretty easy if you know anything about the Derby. In honor of the 20 horses that are going to be in the starting gate of the Kentucky Derby, we are going to be giving $20 every single day to a new thoroughbred charity aftercare organization in the 20 days leading up to the Kentucky Derby. So starting 20 days out, we're going to be donating $20 a day to 20 different organizations all the way up until the day of the Running for the Roses, that first Saturday in May. And this is a way for us to highlight so many different thoroughbred aftercare organizations, an opportunity for us to draw a spotlight on these horses that are no longer running, to make sure they're being cared for and looked after, and being the horses and being confident that the horses that may not be looked after, money is going to the organizations that can go out and take care of those horses and get them into a safe place. There are way too many times, sadly, in this industry where horses who have done so much on the track get lost once they get off the track, end up in kill pens and bad situations. And so we always want to make sure that we are looking after the horses in this sport. And so we're going to be giving $20 a day for the 20 days leading up to the Kentucky Derby to 20 different thoroughbred aftercare charities. And I'm excited about this. Why $20? Well, listen, it's a manageable amount of money. It's something where most of us spend $20 a day betting a horse in the fourth race at Parks. Okay. It's something most of us can afford. Even if you're not a wealthy person, you can afford $20. And so being able to make this manageable, I think, for a lot of people, if they want to donate, and listen, you don't have to donate $20. If you can only donate $5, that's fantastic. But like I said, it's a fun opportunity. And I'm excited to announce the 20 organizations that we're going to be giving to. So starting on April 17th, every single day from April 17th until May 6th, we'll be giving to a different organization. You see the names and dates on this list. Every day, I will be posting on Twitter my donation, and I will also be posting a little bit of information about each of these organizations the day that I donate. But if you would like to participate with me, I encourage you to do that. It's a great opportunity to give back. Listen, $400, which is what the $20 over 20 days amounts to, it may not be a huge amount of money, but it's a start. And if my $400 can get somebody else to give $400 and that gets somebody else to give $400, there's a trickle down effect on this, and it helps these thoroughbred aftercare programs all across our country. And so you'll see throughout this list, there are aftercare charities located throughout the country. That's one of the things I really wanted to do with this campaign, was not just highlight the organizations we all know about, like Old Friends, which is a great organization we're going to be given to on April 25th down in Kentucky. But there's so many other great charity organizations all across our country. Racing for Home up in Connecticut, the Race Fund in Pennsylvania, Second Wind Thoroughbred Project down in South Carolina, my kind of adopted second state where I went to college and where my family lives now. The James River Horse Foundation, just a little south of me in Virginia. Racing for Home, again, another great organization. After the home stretch in Arizona, final furlong in Florida, where I went to grad school, where I worked for a while. Always want to look after those Florida charities and all the things they're doing for those horses down in the Ocala and kind of internal region of the state. Old friends, Hope After Racing in Iowa, a wonderful organization that actually partners with Prairie Meadows to make sure that once the thoroughbreds careers are done on the track, that they're taken care of off the track. The Foxy G Foundation, not far from me up here in Maryland. A couple of great organizations out in Arizona as well. One of those being Harmony and Hope Haven. The other one being After the Home Stretch, Horse and Hound Rescue, and out in Oklahoma. Obviously, Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation, a really big one up in New York. Blue Bloods Thoroughbreds in North Carolina. I know a lot of great people in North Carolina who do mounted fox hunting, and the horses that they're using in those events are a lot of times off-track thoroughbreds, retraining, rehoming these horses. After the races in Maryland, This Old Horse up in Minnesota. Obviously, love the racing up in Minnesota at Canterbury and places like that. The Caribbean Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance down in Puerto Rico. I cannot emphasize how much they do all of the time. The Remember Me Rescue in Texas, lived in Texas for 4 years. Know a lot of great horse people down in Texas. I also know there's a lot of bad situations down there. These are organizations to try to get these horses out of bad situations. The Virginia Thoroughbred Project in Virginia, a lot of great horse country around where I live here. And then finally, the Central Kentucky Riding for Hope organization as well. This is the complete list of where we're going to be giving our money over this 20-day schedule, $20 a day. Now, here's the thing. If you want to join me in giving $20 a day for all 20 days, you deserve a little thank you as well. And so if you give $20 a day for all 20 days, or you donate a total of $400, let's say there's just one organization that really speaks to you, that's really close to you, that's maybe right down the road from where you live, and you want to give one lump sum donation. If you do the 20 for 20 or one total donation of $400 or two donations of, $200 each or something along those lines, you can get a free piece of Trust the Profits merchandise. Just send proof of the donation, and you can X out the kind of, obviously private information, things like credit card numbers. We don't want that. Okay. But you can, black out that portion of it, but send proof of the donation to me via Twitter at Failed to Menace. You can, I think my DMs are open. I don't mean that in any sort of pejorative way, but my DMs are open. So you can always send me a message and let me know that you've donated to these organizations, or you can email Trust the Profits directly at just simply trusttheprofits@gmail.com. If you send either me or the Trust the Profits Gmail account, the proof of your donations will get you hooked up with a piece of Trust the Profits merchandise. But this is a really exciting campaign that we're thrilled to kick off. And again, it's going to be in the 20 days leading up to the Kentucky Derby. We're going to be given to a new organization every day. We're going to be given $20 a day. And it's a way to highlight all of the great work that people across our country are doing, protecting these wonderful horses, these wonderful creatures that give us so much excitement and so much joy on a daily basis on the track, that the least we can do is make sure that we protect them when they come off the track. And this is, I'm not trying to be on any sort of a soapbox or anything like that, but we always need to do right by these horses, and giving to these sorts of organizations, which, by the way, are all accredited by the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance. These are all accredited organizations that are on the up and up. They're all 401c3s as well. So, if you want to write them off as charitable giving, you can absolutely do that. So all of these are great organizations. I've gotten to know a lot of people associated with these different organizations over the last year or two. They're wonderful people who do amazing work. And horses are such special creatures that, again, as we celebrate the pinnacle for the 3-year-olds in our sport with the Kentucky Derby, the least we can do is remember those horses that came before them, that are no longer on the track, and protect them and make sure that their lives are comfortable and looked after for the remainder of their days. So I encourage you to join me and the rest of the horse racing community in this 20 for 20 campaign leading up to the Kentucky Derby. Well, friends, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate everybody's donations. We always appreciate when people tip us for good picks, and that's exciting and it's great. And keep doing it if you want to. We're not going to tell you to stop doing that. But this is really what it's all about. It's all about the horses. It's all about taking care of them and making sure that the sport is in a better place moving forward. So I thank you again from the bottom of my heart. You can follow me on Twitter at the handle @FailedToMenace. If you do that, I'll be updating every single day starting April 17th with a new organization that I'm going to be giving to, highlighting the work that they're doing. Feel free to send me proof of donation. But even if, listen, if you can't donate all 20 days, that's okay. If you can only donate one day, and even if it's $5, that's okay. That's great. That's wonderful. If you can just donate one time for $5, because it, it it is the way it makes you feel when you know you're giving back. And it also is just every little bit helps these organizations. These are organizations that are running on shoestrings budgets, and every little bit helps. I mean, some of these organizations have great things. If you want to donate more money, you can kind of adopt a horse. You can give certain types of products, like, pay for all the hay for a week for a particular horse, and pay for a groom to take care of this horse for a month or something like that. There's all sorts of things you can do with these different organizations. They have different types of giving packages, but like I said, I'm going to be doing 20 a day for the 20 days leading up to 20 different organizations in honor of the 20 horses in the Kentucky Derby starting gate. Well, friends, thank you again. Until next time, my name is Matthew DeSantis. You can find me on Twitter at the handle @FailedToMenace. And while I usually say it's now post time, in this case, it's now giving time. Take care.